Next is average velocity. Average velocity of an object is equal to ratio of the displacement and the corresponding time interval. So from equation number 2, the value of delta r vector is delta xi cap plus delta yj cap. So put here, so average velocity is equal to delta xi cap plus delta yj cap upon delta t. So it can also be written as average velocity is equal to delta x upon delta t I cap plus delta y upon delta t j cap. So here delta t is equal to change in time interval, that is from t dash to t. Clear? So this average velocity is equal to vx bar I cap plus vy bar j cap. Here bar represents the average. ठीक है, जब हम एवरेज की बात करते हैं तो किसी भी हम फिज़िकल क्वांटिटी के ऊपर ऐसे बार लगा दें तो वो एवरेज को रिप्रेजेंट करता है. क्लियर? तो अगर वेक्टर की बात करें तो बार के ऊपर क्या डाल दिया, वेक्टर. क्लियर? नेक्स्ट इज इंस्टेंटेनियस वेलोसिटी. द इंस्टेंटेनियस वेलोसिटी ऑफ अ पार्टिकल इज इक्वल टू लिमिटिंग वैल्यू ऑफ द वेलोसिटी average velocity when the time interval approaches to 0. So it is given as v vector which represent the instantaneous velocity, and this v vector is equal to limit delta t approaches to 0 delta r vector upon delta t. Here this one represents the average velocity. Clear? So this term is equal to dr upon dt, which represent change in r with the time interval dt. Clear? So instantaneous velocity जो होती है हमारी लिमिटिंग वैल्यू ऑफ इट्स एवरेज वेलोसिटी व्हेन टाइम इंटरवल अप्रोचेस टू ज़ीरो. जब हम टाइम इंटरवल जो डेल्टा टी अप्रोचेस टू ज़ीरो, व्हेन टाइम इंटरवल जब ज़ीरो को अप्रोच करता है, ठीक है, तब हमारे पास जो एवरेज वेलोसिटी हम लेते हैं उसका जो टाइम इंटरवल ज़ीरो को अप्रोच करता है, तो जो हमारे पास वेलोसिटी की वैल्यू आती है वो इंस्टेंटेनियस वेलोसिटी कहते हैं उसको. मीन्स किसी पर्टिकुलर इंस्टेंट पे जो वेलोसिटी की वैल्यू है. क्लियर? जैसे कि हमारे पास ये प्लॉट्स दिए हैं, ठीक है. सो हेयर इन फर्स्ट फिगर द थिक लाइन, दिस थिक लाइन कर्व रिप्रेजेंट्स द पाथ ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट. मीन्स द पार्टिकल मूविंग फ्रॉम पॉइंट P टू पॉइंट P डैश बाय फॉलोइंग दिस कर्व. ठीक है. So here P1 represent the position of the particle in time interval delta t dash, means change in time interval between these two position is delta t dash, and P2 represent the position of the object after the time interval delta t2, and here P3 represent the position of the particle after the time interval delta t3. Here it is clear delta t1 is greater than delta t2 is greater than delta t3. So क्या मीनिंग है कि यहाँ पे हमें पता है कि ये वाला टाइम इंटरवल ज़्यादा है एज़ कम्पेयर टू डेल्टा t2 एज़ कम्पेयर टू डेल्टा t3. ठीक है. तो आप देखोगे कि जो हमारे पास डायरेक्शन ऑफ एवरेज वेलोसिटी की जो हमने बनाई है, इट इज़ पैरेलल टू द कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग पोजीशन वेक्टर. In first case, this average velocity is parallel to delta r1 vector, which represent the position vector for this particle P1. Here again this average velocity is parallel to delta r2 vector, and again average velocity is parallel to the delta r3 vector. अब आप देखोगे कि जैसे जैसे हमारा टाइम इंटरवल कम होता जा रहा है तो ये पार्टिकल ऐसे P1 पॉइंट पे था, इसकी पोजीशन पीछे को डिस्प्ले आउट होनी शुरू हो जा रही है, मीन्स टुवर्ड P जा रही है. क्लियर? सो फोर्थ पॉइंट पे, फोर्थ फिगर में, एज व्हेन डेल्टा टी अप्रोचेस टू ज़ीरो, मीन्स द difference in the time interval between the position of two particle at point P or P3 और P4 अगर हम यहाँ पे ड्रॉ करें इज़ वेरी स्मॉल, देन द चेंज इन द पोजीशन वेक्टर इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी स्मॉल, वो भी कम होता जा रहा है। अगर डेल्टा टी ज़ीरो को अप्रोच करी है तो डेल्टा आर विच रिप्रेजेंट द चेंज इन पोजीशन वेक्टर ऑफ द पार्टिकल एट पॉइंट पी टू अनदर पॉइंट में बी P4 होगा इस केस में, ठीक है, इज़ वेरी स्मॉल। सो देन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ वेलोसिटी है जो होगी इट इज़ अलोंग द टेंजेंट टू दिस पाथ. So hence the direction of a velocity at any point on the path of an object is tangent to the path at that point and is in the direction of motion. Clear? Next, instantaneous velocity in terms of rectangular components. Now v is equal to dr vector upon dt, which represents the instantaneous velocity, and we know this instantaneous velocity is equal to limiting value of this average velocity. We know the value of delta r vector is delta x I cap plus delta y j cap. So put here we get v vector is equal to limit delta t approaches to 0 delta x I cap plus delta y j cap upon delta t. So we get limit delta t approaches to 0 delta x upon delta t within bracket I cap plus within bracket limit delta t approaches to 0 delta y upon delta t j cap. So v vector is equal to this term is dx upon dt I cap plus this term is dy upon dt j cap. So v vector is equal to vx I cap plus vy j cap. So this term represent the x component of the instantaneous velocity and this represent the y component of the instantaneous velocity. So the instantaneous velocity in term of rectangular component can be written as v vector is equal to vx I cap plus vy j cap. In magnitude this velocity can be written as v is equal to square root of vx square plus vy square. Now the direction of instantaneous velocity can be find out. Let us suppose this instantaneous velocity v vector makes an angle theta with the x-axis or with the vector which is parallel to the x-axis. So here if this v vector makes an angle theta with this, so this vector along this side the component of this velocity is vx I cap, along this vertical direction component is vy j cap. So the value of tan theta from here is equal to perpendicular over base. Here perpendicular is vy in magnitude. अगर magnitude की बात करें, ठीक है, तो हमारे पास इसकी वैल्यू क्या आ गई vy और इसकी वैल्यू क्या है vx. So tan theta is equal to vy upon vx. So the value of theta is equal to tan inverse vy upon vx. ठीक है. Next है average acceleration. The average acceleration of an object is the ratio of change in velocity and the corresponding time interval. So average acceleration is equal to v dash vector minus v vector upon delta t. Here v dash vector minus v vector represents the change in velocity corresponding to the time interval delta t. So this expression can be written as delta v vector which represent the change in velocity. So acceleration is equal to delta v vector upon delta t. So again the value of delta v vector in terms of rectangular component can be written as acceleration a is average acceleration is equal to delta vx I cap plus vy j cap upon delta t. So average acceleration is equal to delta vx upon delta t I cap plus delta vy upon delta t j cap. So this term is correspond to average accelerations component along the horizontal direction and this represents the average component of acceleration along the vertical direction. So the average acceleration is equal to ax bar I cap plus ay bar j cap which represent the average acceleration along x-axis or along y-axis. Now the instantaneous acceleration. The instantaneous acceleration of an object is equal to limiting value of its average acceleration. Clear? So here delta v vector upon delta t represents the average value of the acceleration. Clear? So here a vector, it is equal to, so now this term is equal to dv vector upon dt. So again, in these four figures, the thick line curve represents the path of the object. Let us consider the object is at point P at any time t. Let us consider P1, P2, P3 represents the position of the object after the time interval delta t1, delta t2 and delta t3. So in each case, the change in velocity is obtained by using ट्राइंगल लॉ ऑफ वेक्टर एडिशन. अगर ऑब्जेक्ट इनिशियली इस पॉइंट पे था तो उसकी वेलोसिटी ऐसे जा रही है टेंजेंशियली. जब पी पॉइंट पे एंड द टाइम इंटरवल डेल्टा टी वन तो उसकी वेलोसिटी ऐसे जा रही है. तब ये इधर जा रही है, ये इधर, ये हमारे पास अगर वी वेक्टर इधर जा रहा है तो हमारे पास जो चेंज इन वेलोसिटी है दैट इज़ डेल्टा वी वेक्टर जो है उसकी जो वैल्यू है हम इस ट्रायंगल को यूज़ करके फाइंड करेंगे. वी वेक्टर इस डायरेक्शन में है, वी डैश यहाँ पे सही करना है, एरो इस डायरेक्शन में आएगा और रिजल्टेंट इज़ इन दिस डायरेक्शन डेल्टा वी. ठीक है, तो हर एक केस में, हर एक फिगर में हम जो चेंज इन वेलोसिटी की वैल्यू है वो ट्रायंगल लॉ वेक्टर एडिशन की हेल्प से फाइंड कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. So again, in each case the direction of average acceleration is shown parallel to the this. So अगर डेल्टा वी भी इस डायरेक्शन में जा रही है, एक्सेलरेशन भी इस डायरेक्शन में जा रही है, तो हर एक केस में अगर आप चेक करोगे तो दिस एवरेज एक्सेलरेशन इज पैरेलल टू दिस चेंज इन वेलोसिटी. क्लियर? So in these three figures A, B and C, we notice that as delta t decreases, the direction of delta v, the direction of velocity delta v changes. Due to it, the direction of acceleration also changes. So here when delta t approaches to 0, so here when delta t approaches to 0, then delta v is perpendicular to this v. So here it is clear that the instantaneous acceleration is perpendicular to the velocity vector at that instant. And here we can also say that when delta t approaches to 0, then the average acceleration becomes the instantaneous acceleration. Clear? And whose direction is perpendicular to the velocity vector at that instant. Now the instantaneous acceleration in terms of rectangular components. Instantaneous acceleration is equal to limit of time interval, that is delta t approaches to 0, delta v vector upon delta t, it represents the average acceleration. So it is equal to dv vector upon dt. So now the instantaneous acceleration a is equal to limit delta t approaches to 0, put the value of delta v here, so delta vx I cap plus vy j cap. So acceleration a is equal to limit delta t approaches to 0, delta vx I cap plus vy j cap on delta t. So the limit delta t approaches to 0, delta vx upon delta t I cap plus limit delta t approaches to 0, delta vy upon delta t j cap. Now this is equal to dvx upon dt I cap. So this is equal to dvy upon dt j cap. Now here this term represents the instantaneous component of acceleration in the horizontal direction, and this represent the instantaneous component of acceleration along vertical direction. So acceleration, that is instantaneous acceleration, is equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap. Here ax is equal to dv x upon dt, and we know vx is dx upon dt. So ax is equal to d square x upon dt square. So it is also called double derivative of x. X means position. So acceleration is also equal to double derivative of position with respect to time t. So here ay is equal to double derivative of position. Here position is along vertical with respect to t. Next is motion in a plane with uniform velocity. Now what is uniform velocity? A body is said to be moving with a uniform velocity if it suffers equal displacements in equal interval of time, however small. Let us consider at time t is equal to 0. The object is at point A, whose position vector from the origin is r0 vector. Let the object go to the point B after time t is equal to t. After time t, object goes to point B, whose position vector from the origin is r vector. So, by using triangle of vector addition, OA vector plus AB vector is equal to OB vector. So the value of OA vector is r0 vector plus AB vector is equal to the value of OB vector is r vector. Clear? OA vector की value है r0, ठीक है, and the value of OB vector is r vector. We have to find the value of AB vector by using triangle of vector addition. So AB vector is equal to r vector minus r0 vector. So it can also be written as AB vector is equal to r vector at time t minus r0 vector at time t is equal to 0. Now velocity is equal to displacement over time. Here displacement is this one and time difference is t minus 0. So velocity is equal to r vector at time t minus r0 vector at time t is equal to 0 upon t minus 0, that is t. So the value of r vector at time t is equal to, from this we can find out after rearranging, r vector is equal to r0 vector plus v vector into t. Take this equation number 1. So in terms of rectangular components, velocity, instantaneous velocity is equal to vx I cap plus vy j cap. Similarly, r vector at time t is equal to 0. It can also be written as in the rectangular component in terms of x and y. So r vector at t is equal to 0 is equal to x at t is equal to 0 I cap plus y at t is equal to 0 j cap. Similarly, r vector at time t is equal to 2 t is equal to x at time t is equal to t I cap plus y at time t is equal to t j cap. Clear? So take this equation number 2, this is third. So put these values in this equation, that is equation number 1. So we get x at time t I cap plus y at time t j cap is equal to x at time 0 I cap plus y at time t 0 j cap plus vx I cap plus vy j cap into t. Clear? So after rearranging we get this equation. So equating coefficient of I cap j cap on both sides, the coefficient of I cap is in the left hand side we have x at time t is equal to t is equal to, and in the right hand side we have x at time t is equal to 0 plus vxt. Similarly, the component of j cap is y t, which is equal to y at time t is equal to 0 plus vy t. So this is uniform motion along x-axis and y-axis